Hey, De'Aaron, how you doing? Over here. I guess that is my question. How are you doing? And how's the health-wise? And I guess you got a hamstring now. And
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. I felt like I could have played a little bit ago, but they're not letting me. So, we're taking it day by day, but I feel great.
you feel like you'll be on the floor at some point during camp and preseason? They're just kind of.
I don't think for preseason. I don't think I'll be ready for opening night. I think I'm ready, but I don't have that expertise. But we go off of kind of how I feel, and like I said, I feel like I can go out there and play right now.
I think the last time we talked to you was right before you went under the knife for the thumb thing. How did that go? And I guess you survived.
Yeah, it went well. It's not in the way. And it's funny because I looked at pictures from a few years ago, and my finger was kind of like this anyway. So we're about at where I was. So the hand is no issue.
A lot of people.
Yeah, hamstring. Yeah, and when it happened, I'm like, I had never had a hamstring injury, so I didn't know what I was supposed to feel like. But like I said, right now I feel great.
But just to be clear, you said they have ruled you out for opening night?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be playing for opening night. I definitely won't be playing in the preseason. That's for sure. So, but we're playing by ear, and like I said, I feel like I can play right now. So.
I imagine it's kind of frustrating in that you only got 5 games after the trade. You want to come back now. How do you feel, off the court, just settling into this whole system that this offseason has sort of moved towards that?
It's been great. I've been able to be on the court with guys, and even when I haven't, I've been around. So just being able to build that chemistry, and obviously, teams want to get better during the offseason, and you want to get better as individuals, but you try to do some team stuff because, guys want to get away from each other for at least a little bit. But we have a group of guys that enjoy being around each other and enjoy competing against one another. So I think that made getting together this summer even that much more easy because you do enjoy being around each other. So I think we had an excellent summer, all as individuals and as a unit.
Just real quick, which hamstring?
Right hamstring.
And you and Wemby, the pick and roll situation. How much are you itching just to get back on the court and develop that part of y'all's?
I think it's huge. For all of us, and I think we have a lot of guys who are going to run pick and rolls with Vic. So, being one of those tandems, you want those 3 tandems to be the top 3 tandems in the league if you can. But with that comes, you have to be able to develop that chemistry because if y'all don't know what each other wants to do, it's hard to run a pick and roll. And obviously, when you're running a pick and roll, it's not just those 2 guys. The other 3 guys on the court are also involved. So just trying to continue to build that, and you want to be one of the best in the league. We all know it's an ISO heavy league, and it's a pick and roll heavy league. So if you can be one of the best pick and roll teams in the league, you see yourself as one of the top offenses in the league as well.
To be clear, you said you never had a hamstring before?
No.
And I checked your social media, and you said you tried to dunk at your camp for kids because you tried to show off the house with it. Did you pull your hamstring?
No. It wasn't then. It's funny. That was like my 3rd time playing 5 on 5 since I had came back from the finger. So I was very giddy to get back out there at that point.
So. Tell us about your excitement level, not just you and Wemby, but Steph's growth last year, the addition of Harper, some of these other young players that can beat guys off the dribble and run pick and roll.
I think we have a very dynamic team. I don't think there are a lot of teams out there that have kind of multiple or that many guys that can really handle the ball. Like the guys you named, and you have Keldon who likes to get downhill, Devin who's able to create his own shot. We have a lot of individuals who are able to create their own shot. But at the end of the day, for us, I think the big thing is, what happens after that. We have a lot of guys that can touch the paint. We have a lot of guys that can create for themselves. But a lot of what goes on in this league are a lot of catch and shoot threes. It's a lot of lobs, and it's a lot of cutting, trying to get layups. Not very much of the times is it the guy that initially has the ball that ends up scoring. So for us, it's, can we make open shots? Because we're going to get open shots. We have a lot of guys that can create advantages. So I think that's where our offense lies, and what happens after the initial guy creates something.
De'Aaron, over here.
what's going on? It feels like you played in a lot more than just one playoff series. It feels you as a player, it feels like you.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
But so from our standpoint, from a competitive standpoint, you look at the younger guys like Victor and Stefan Castle, how locked in those guys are at that age. Does it bring up the level of competition with everybody else in that locker room?
Definitely. I mean, whenever your better players or your franchise cornerstones compete on both ends of the court, it makes everybody else, bring up their level. So it's great, especially for Steph, to who have last year, he's guarding the best players in the league. Being able to do that your first year does nothing but give you confidence in knowing that you have the ability to do that night in and night out. And then obviously having Vic, who's, different defensively than anybody has, than we've ever seen, that also gives you confidence to be more aggressive as a defender. So for us, I think we have the youth, we have the athleticism to be able to try to turn teams over and get out on the break. And it takes a little pressure off your offense if you're able to allow your offense to be fueled by your defense.
I could sense a little bit of desperation to get to the playoffs in your voice there talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I played in playoffs once. Even another year where you have 46 wins in the West and you're the 10th seed, or we were 9, but we were tied for 10. It does give you a sense of kind of just wanting to get back there, but knowing that in this conference, you drop 2 or 3 games, and now instead of being a 50-win team and you're the 6th seed, you're a 47, 46, 45 win team, and you're seeing yourself in the play-in, or maybe even not in the play-in. So this conference isn't going to get easier, and as a team, we're hoping that we're continuing to develop and get better.
De'Aaron, this summer before the injury, did you get a chance to run in workouts with Stefan and Dylan?
No, so this is not with Dylan, but with Steph, yes, and with Vic, yes.
And as much excitement as there is for adding Dylan and Stefan's growth, when we look at you, you're an established guy in the league, an all-star. And so do you look at this opportunity, first full year here, for this season to be, a year in which you kind of help put your stamp, on this team right there next to Wemby? Yeah,
definitely. That was a big reason why I wanted to come here. I see the youth and the talent that they have. Obviously, you want to continue to develop that. And I think me being 27, I think you kind of expedite that process a little bit. But at the end of the day, this organization doesn't skip steps. So, we know that there will be growing pains, but at the end of the day, you would love to win while you have growing pains rather than, losing and trying to have moral victories. You want to win while still getting better as a team.
Hey, De'Aaron, over here. Right here. Can you talk about the additions to the coaching ranks of Sean Sweeney and Cornelius Williamson? How big is that for this team moving forward?
Well, I didn't really know Cornelius that well, but, with Sean, playing against those Dallas teams, just their philosophies were always a tough thing to get by. And I've had good games against Sean, but he definitely, the way he teaches it definitely makes it tough on a ball handler, on a guy who likes to get downhill. And we're just looking to implement that and also continue to be aggressive in what we do. His teams have historically turned teams over well and been able to play in transition. So I think we have the guys, I think we have the athleticism to do that as well.
De'Aaron, having arrived in February, the second half of last season, getting to watch Chris Paul kind of be the leader that he was vocally on the court, whatever it might be, do you see yourself, or what's that like for you now as probably the oldest guard, in that room? What's your leadership style, and how do you plan to kind of do that?
Just continue to have a voice. And I think I've played well throughout my career. Obviously, I haven't won to the extent that I want to win, but I think those guys still kind of look at me as someone who's done that. And for me, one, it's a blessing to be able to be in a room with guys who are that talented and that young. And 2, it's a blessing because I'm still able to play at an extremely high level. It's a little different when, someone could be in their late 30s and kind of their prime's past them and they're trying to teach. But at the end of the day, I can go out there and I can still do what I'm kind of preaching to them. So I think it's great. I think it's the best of both worlds.
Sure. And then when you got here, something you mentioned was how impressed you were about Victor's mindset, the way he was down to earth and everything. He was talking earlier how his diagnosis deep with the blood clot that kind of spurred him to want to see the world and experience and do everything he did this summer. What did you make about his response to that and the way he's kind of taken this injury and moved forward?
I mean, I think it shows resilience. Obviously, we know the type of talent that he is, and I think people are learning the type of person that he is as well. But, I mean, for him, that's something that, knock on wood, can kill you. So, him just looking at life differently and just being able to travel. And obviously he has the means to be able to do that. But to be able to do that and kind of come out with a different view on not only the sport but on life, I mean, I think that's just a testament to the person that Victor is. And I don't think it surprises anybody in this building.
De'Aaron, you got a big extension this off season. What did that mean to you to get that out of the way and just know that you're locked in here as a big part of this core moving forward?
I think it's always great just knowing that this system has a belief in you to be able to help this franchise get to the next level. So for me, I go out there and I continue to be me. I continue to be the player and be the person that I am because they saw something in me. So it does give you confidence. It definitely gives you confidence to go out there and play your hardest and play to your full potential.
De'Aaron, when healthy, you're probably the fastest guard or fastest player in the NBA.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was running 15 miles per hour. That's why I say I think I'm ready. I'm running at 15 miles per hour already.
Okay.
And they say that no player, I think last year's ran over 18 miles per hour, and I think my max last year was 17.8, and I'm already running it. That's why I say I think I'm ready. Because we were talking about it yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I ran 15.3, I think. I'm like, that's probably faster than most of the guys that are here. So when I say I think I'm ready, I for real think I'm ready. So, no, my bad, go on.
No. Speaking of your speed, there's a streamer going around. I don't know if you know.
Speed? Talking about speed? Yeah, I see
Speed.
it. Yeah, I see
Do
it.
you think if you and Speed were in a race, how would that go?
Speed wouldn't beat me, but Speed for someone who, and like you see, he works out now. But if Speed was probably to take it serious, I think he'd be an elite athlete. I mean, I think he's a very good athlete with what he's already doing, but he could be, because I think he's 20, maybe 21, 20. He'd be an elite athlete if he actually took it serious, especially from a young age, for sure. I believe that.
Guys, we got one more. Raul in the back.
Hey, De'Aaron, hope you don't mind me asking, but just curious, some of the players have had some negative interactions with fans as far as prop bets. Just curious about that with you. Have you run into any of that? Is that something that you wish we
You know what? I'm going to say this. I don't know if you saw, obviously the W is growing. It's growing a lot, and you can bet on the W. And I've seen players kind of complain about it. And for me, I have a different standpoint on it because I really don't care. I mean, you put your money on it, you lost your money, that's on you. I've had bets with people that I've lost, and I didn't appreciate it, but it is what it is. You probably have a gambling problem, so. They always put the little 1-800. They need to call that number. So, I mean, I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, people bet on preseason games. I saw someone was like, if you bet on Thursday night college games, you have a problem, or Friday night college games. Yeah. Yeah, you have